Grand Kush 9MG TV. Oh, we got a oldie, but a goodie, right? This is the Noonie Boo. Today he's called Tar Kenu NoopooH, but back then he called himself 1M NoopooH, and he called Dr. York and Afroo Oonoo Cypher M NoopooH. All right. He's sitting on the couch with Natural Tahuti. I'm taking you back. Okay. I'm taking you back. This is gonna be so hot. I had to put my shades on. You know what I'm saying? So he's sitting on the couch with the brother Natural Tahuti. Shout out to brother Natural Tahuti. This is he probably don't even remember this. You know what I'm saying? We dig it in the crates. Natural Tahuti and 1M NoopooH. And the video is called The Black Woman is God. This is the House of Consciousness. And this is probably one of the best things that he thinks he's done in his career, is to sit on Sonetter's couch. But check it out. Check it out. Let's not stop the knowledge. This is 1M ZoopooH. And he gonna give you that noon science by Afroo Oonoo. Let's see how he breaks down the wisdom.
Spooks, all right. There's a group that, you know, we call the spooks. And I say, oh man, that's that spooky stuff.
Right.
What do you say to, talk to me about reptilians? I heard people say that we are reptilian people.
No doubt.
I think that's spooky, man.
No, the scientists didn't call
now,
it.
first, give me the definition of reptilian. What do you mean by reptilian?
A reptilian is a being that can live in any atmosphere, first of all.
Okay.
That's the first thing. 2 is not just by water. 3
is it a certain kind of creature?
It's different. It's really more reptilian species than anything else. And they have their masters. Matter of fact, one of the most masterful ones are the draconians. And these are the ones that have manipulated most of existence, and they like to control things and not let the beings who they already done captured know that they captured.
Right, but see, this is what I'm talking about. When you say reptilian, this is why I'm having a hard time trying to understand this. Okay. Reptilian meaning what? Do we have a different face like a reptilian, or is the skin like, you know, what is a reptilian? Like a snake?
But a reptilian is a shapeshifter, and what I mean by that,
right,
they can access their own DNA bloodline and choose to look like anything that's there. That's one thing that the people don't understand. And again, we shapeshift too. It just take us a long time. You watch a baby go from here to here and be like, oh, the baby look like Auntie such and such. Then he get a little later, oh, they look like you. Get a little older, he look like such and such. This is all a part of what a reptilian thing is, but it all goes back to the mind that we all laid images and just produced more images from that and just made them different. Because you're dealing with copying. Everything is a copy of something else until you get back to the source of it. But again, and like I said, the scientists already labeled that primitive part of our brain is called the reptilian brain. And that's where all disagreeable stuff come from that.
All right.
Because the Y is just a broken X.
Oh, break that down. How Doc's even Doc.
Doc said that. In the black book, he tell you that the woman had the seminal fluid in her. She was able to do that on her own. Again, we got so many things that's involved in that we just don't remember until the memory comes back. Just like Doc been putting out books on recently about how Eve predated Adam. And you again that if Adam had a belly button, then he had to come from a woman. See, all that stuff is leading back in. After you go back so far, then it's a whole. Again, you talking about changes in the body. Go ahead.
Let me ask you something, brother NoopooH. So when you hear teachings like, at one time man could breastfeed because the man has a breast, and inside the breast it does assimilate milk. You ever heard of that science? What happens when you hear stuff like that?
That's because the male, as we see him today, is he's a genetic mutation.
So do you agree?
Yeah.
So you agree with that?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
man.
no, I can't. Again, the penis is just a clip pulled out.
Woo! And a man's got a vagina.
And he got the mangina, they call it. The mangina. The mangina.
I'm going to show it in the lecture. When we go to the lecture, I'm going to show and prove it.
Yeah, so I ain't got no problem with it. I know that a lot of I'm nothing without my mother.
There you go.
That's why I'm calling you Jamasina Mangina. Right? You said mangina, but I'm gonna say mangina. You know what I'm saying? Because you forgot you said this. Oh my God. Oh my.
Care who it was, a girlfriend or auntie, I'm nothing without none of them. I know that for myself.
Yeah,
so
that's black power.
I know that I couldn't be complete without her. None of us are nothing without them. It's just we are under a time and a cycle where things that were have become the opposite, and now it's returning again. That's why this stuff is still coming up.
Why do you think it's hard for black men to accept that type of cheating? I'm teaching. Not that we doing it now, that we did it at one time where the milk could come out of
because a lot of them are not in the know. Okay, that's one thing. Number two, it takes discipline to sit down and study other people's stuff. Again, you take the ego off the door. I can sit here and say, I studied at the foot of Doc, Farrakhan, and all these different people, all I consider my master teachers. Right. I studied.
So I wonder if you had Afroo Oonoo's books at that time, because you didn't mention Afroo Oonoo, but you was saying Doc was Afroo Oonoo at that time. So we understand what you're saying.
Studied at them, but had it not been for that mama, I couldn't have been formed in a body to say that. We keep overlooking, just like the Bible. Again, everything we be given is masculine. They talk about bloodline and lineage in the Old Testament. Adam gave birth to such and such. No, the hell he didn't. The such and such gave, but no, the hell he didn't. They only name certain women that they want to focus on, like Eve and Sarah and this woman and Mary, but it was women the whole time. The book Genesis is the genealogy of Isis. Doc said that. It's right there.
I got it in my lecture.
So why they are putting the woman behind them?
Because the Caucasian represents the ultimate opposite.
Homosexuality.
And that's because that's androgyny in the negative. Because they can go both ways. You understand? If you look at it, it's going to that. He's just the extreme of what was.
There you go.
That's all it is.
Black power. Men and women are all reflections of the great mama. Because in the word man, you got the word ma. Universally, every language, every culture on the planet calls the mother.
The word man, you don't have the word ma.
I'm going to show you in a minute. Universally, in every language, everybody calls the mother ma. You know why? Because when you're born, you know nothing.
First thing you say is ma.
Ma. And even when you say dada, you're not calling the father. You know what you call her for?
What?
Her titties. Because D is a variation of the T, and if you take the lowercase d, turn them upside down, you'll see the nipple and you'll see the titty. That's what dada is. They're calling for the breast. That's what all children do. They call for the mother's breast. And so,
not only that,
break it down.
The nipples and the darkness on the nipples, that's the dot again, of point of entry.
That's the black dot.
That's the black dot. It's right there. No one wants to.
That man had the he had to give you a demonstration, you know. Pause, man. You know what I'm saying? But man,
see, this is stuff that they're gonna have to acknowledge, because nature will provide the female with everything that she needs. Number two, we have to stop giving these words power. Once we start being able to exist without labels, because like you said, he and she, again, these are words of power that they have used to keep division going. So if I can look at my opposite and equal at the same time, I don't have to label her, she, my baby, my old lady, my goddess, my wife. I don't have to do any of that. Right. It's instinctively known who we are. That's the level we going to. The time of stop speaking and just knowing. That's it.
Now, that kind of sounds like the rhetoric behind what the Transformers is talking about, if you know what I'm saying. This might be a good closeout. But let's listen to the closeout. Pay attention to the closeout from one M NoopooH.
Go ahead, brother.
I want to just add on that, you know, even though we have the book called Nature, you can also look at it as the nurture of nurturer.
What book does he have? What book does he have? He said The Nature of Nature, right? Isn't that Afroo Oonoo's book? Well, let's listen. Let's continue to listen.
Because the female is the nurturer of nurturers. So again, I don't really have to study this. I can just study my woman. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever the female be there. So that's a jewel to the men. Study her, and you will find all of the secrets that you need to know, because it's right there. It's really ancestral memory we're trying to get to the remember. But if you're going to turn your back on nature, on nurturer, you're blocking your own remembrance, and that's what's going on. So, do
you think Doc will ever be let go free, where he have his freedom again? And I'm talking about physically, right, not spiritually.
I hope so, because of the powerful information that's starting to seep out. And again, things are happening so great now that, again, you have to have a metaphysical eye to kind of see that this, again, he brought a lot of information in. He's been saying the same thing we're saying, even from jail. The woman, it's her time. All of these things that these brothers have done is been for her. So I hope so. I hope so.
Have you wrote him any letters since he's been down?
Yeah, I got mad letters. I post them on different sites. A lot of people know that I showed them the letter. We didn't correspond. We haven't spoken on.
So why are you using those letters now in the negative, when right here, based on what you said, you wrote those letters with love, care, and concern? You were happy that you were able to write the master teacher and he responded to you. Okay? And now look at what you're doing, right? That's possession. I keep proving it, man.
Wow, but you know, like I said, I want all of us to be free.
Can I ask a question?
Do you think he got any books written already, ready to be released or something?
Yeah, he's still writing books from jail right now. Yeah. Actual facts is what they call them.
Okay. Can people write to Doc?
Yeah. They can write to him. I don't know if I got it on him, but I can email you his.
Sure, definitely email me that, because I would like the dialogue. I want to say right now, right here, I believe Doc is innocent, and I definitely support free Doc. Free Doc. Free Doc.
That's right, me too. I want to say that too, the House of Conscience, Brother NETER. Free Doc. You got to free Dr. York. See, one of the things, when he first got arrested, I was one of the ones that was banging on him because I was ignorant of that. You know, me and a few people would say, "Oh man, this Negro was doing this and guilty." Right. But now I understand the white man had to do that because he, with all of this knowledge and information that he had, he was able to raise the dead. Of course, not physically. We're talking about mentally, spiritually. Right. He was able to raise the dead. And that's what fear came out of the white man. He was also reaching the goddamn rappers.
while this guy is sitting there, he's agreeing with this. He's not in opposition to what NETER is saying. That's deep. Psychosis.
Jay-Z used to be a follower of Dr. York.
Yeah,
so he was into the rap house and they said, man, we got to do something about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow him to free our people's mind the way he was doing it.
Plus, he built a modern day Egypt.
But that's what I'm also getting ready to go into. He brought Egypt to us. Those who couldn't afford to go to Egypt or to Kemet, he brought it here to America. You see what I'm saying? That right there was. And what's the first thing that the white men did? See, that's what I mean about the morals of that bullshit that they talking about, you know, you got to learn law. What did the white men do? They took all of Dr. York's, they took his land. You see what I'm saying? They just took it. Knowing that destroyed it. And destroyed it.
And they turned it into, I think, a golf course or something.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like a golf course.
Why do you think they did
racist
that?
A golf course is?
A brother told me that he took a trip over there before they did all that. He took a trip over there to go see the land of Dr. York. And he said he was on the highway. And he said, man, it looked so beautiful, NETER, as he was rolling on the highway. The first thing he saw was the Sphinx.
Whew,
the so-called, what it was called the Sphinx. You know how he had that big head?
Yeah.
He said, man, he seen the head going up, and he said, man, that shit was like beautiful at night.
I wish I could have been there, man.
I wish I would have saw that too.
See that, man.
He said, man, they had to get rid of that
when everything happened.
Yeah, I was 4 hours away, so I used to go all the time. I walked on the land after they took it. I felt bad about, but I had a dream years before it happened. So when it occurred, I remembered that dream told me that it one day would be gone. But again, it's so much stuff that's being let out now that we didn't know. Again, all of them was leading up to the female. That's why you seeing this going on. Everything is becoming feminine, but the Caucasian and the energies are trying to confuse sexuality. They're saying like by being pushing homosexuality.
It's a beautiful thing, man. I would have loved to been there.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what we have to realize now is that the female energy is already supplanting the masculine in the game.
So with that, we want to say peace, Black Power, and Hotep family.
Peace, Black Power, 9 Ether Power, Oonoo, NoopooH, Noon Science, Egyptology, the whole thing.
Like the
He said Oonoo, NoopooH, Noon Science, the whole thing. Like the video.